Hey, welcome to Intriguing Investments for Mine. Today we're going to be looking at Green Power Motors. We know that it suffered a dip recently, but that doesn't mean it's a buy or a sell just because of that dip. But based upon the technicals, it looks like it's a buy, and this is just based upon trading views technicals, not mine. So Green Power Motors is kind of down, and it kind of recovered. So it has recovered a little bit, but that still doesn't mean that there's a huge upside. It's done pretty good for the week as well as the day. Green Power Motors is undervalued, and the earnings are forecasted to grow about 70% per year. It's a very great company, and it distributes electric vehicles for commercial markets in the United States and Canada. So also, I just want to show you some things about Green Power Motors. Why is it really cool? Well, I just wanted to tell you that in general, most American transit systems expect their buses to have a useful life of 12 years and 250,000 miles. Okay, so then based upon consumers, the average lifespan of today's cars is about 8 years or 150,000 miles. So I did some calculations, and based upon the one for transit buses and things like that, well, that is about 21,000 miles per year on those gases and just bad gases that are not good for the environment. Whereas with cars and consumer cars, that's only about 19,000. That's a 2,000-mile difference, and there are going to be a lot of consumers there's like more consumers who have cars, so there's more. If you multiply it by how many cars there are actually out there as far as buses, I'm pretty sure there's probably more. But just every single vehicle, if you look at that, just every single individual one, well, transit, each and every single individual one, they're leaking more of those bad gases into the environment. And that is why Green Power Motors, a company founded in 2010 with one vision, advancing the adoption of EVs by making battery electric buses and trucks affordable, durable, and easy for customers to deploy, is very important. Now, I've made a previous video in depth on Green Power Motors, but then I had to add these facts. Also, I made a video comparing it to one of its competitors, Bluebird, who is more known, but I still say I'm more bullish on this company than all those other companies. So about Green Power Motors, Green Power Motors is a leading designer, manufacturer, and distributor of battery electric emissions vehicles, covering the local cargo and delivery market, transit, shuttle, and school sectors. So they cover a variety of things. This is the logo that they put on each of their products, and it really does look good. The products really do look good. They're like a combination of Nikola and Workhorse and just Lordstown Motors. And I'm not talking about Nikola's management or that they don't have technology, but I'm talking about Nikola's design. Like, they have great design, great technology, great management, all that together. That's what Green Power Motors is. So it's trading on the NASDAQ, ticker symbol GP. Green Power is currently leveraging strong demand for its flagship model, the EV Star platform. Green Power completed and delivered a total of 68 buses, including 62 EV Stars. So a lot of their revenues are coming from that popular product, really in demand product of their EV Stars. 4 battery electric school buses and 2 EV350s, generating $13.5 million of revenue and gross profit of $4 million, or 30% of sales in the most recent year ended March 31st, 2020. With that being said, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because I go really in depth with these videos, and it does take a good bit of time. So, key highlights: broad-based line of purpose-built electric vehicles and delivering product now. Other than Tesla, Green Power is the only publicly traded EV manufacturer in North America, delivering units on a consistent basis. I like that consistency, and I like that they're already delivering units and things like that. So basically, according to Bloomberg, basically the EV market is going to grow massively, especially the battery electric buses, things like that. So we already know that. That is probably why you're watching this video, because you like this sector a lot. I do as well. Not just the hype, but long term. I really do think this hype will die down in about 2 years or 1.5 years. And then after about 5 or 6 years, it's going to go back to where it should be, and it's just going to explode. Anyways, rapid revenue progression and significant pipeline growth with existing production capacity to satisfy near-term demand. So they have the production capacity to satisfy their demand. diversify early customer adoption with over 100 deliveries and 140 orders, including universities, airports, transit authorities, van pooling that have purchased multiple units. So they do like their products. They've been purchasing units. I like that they're targeting universities and airports. I really do think that's a great market other than the transit, which is a transit market, but I think that's also a great market. Actually, when we were flying out of town or something like that, I'm on the shuttle sometimes, and those things do look really good. There is not a lot of people on it. Like when I was on it, there was like only a couple other people, and that's usually all the time when I go on one. There's only a couple other people, yet they're driving this far, and so they're not even picking up a lot of people, yet they're using a lot of gas and making the air really bad with their pollution. So I think that's a great market. Also, as a kid, I know buses and things like that. I'll talk about their bus things in like towards the end of the video. But anyways, I really do understand this market a lot because like I'm everywhere and I'm always on buses and things like that. So the management team with prior experience at BYD, Thor Trucks, CCW, and others with proven track record to successfully develop and commercial deploy new lines of EVs. Their flagship product, the EV Star, is the first in its class to be Altona tested and certified and Buy America Act compliant, which provides access to highly lucrative federal incentives, which is really good. We like those incentives. As a business owner or a part of this business owner, that is very important to me. What is FTA, a tuna certification, and Buy America compliant mean? Well, sometimes they pass all 7 lengthy and rigorous FTA Altona tests. Why did they say that? Well, it's because it's kind of hard to get into, and it's really good that they did it, and that is just another moat. So that's kind of why I wish they would have said that, because it would make it easier to people looking to invest in the company, but they didn't. That's okay. I know what it means. I am leveraging my knowledge on investing in things like that to do better for myself and in return for you. So make sure to subscribe. Anyways, buyers rely heavily on Altona reports when making purchasing decisions. So we have that. We already have that. And it's a moat because it's really hard to do all these things to get approved and things like that. Well, they have that, and so now when people are looking to buy the products, well, they're looking at those things, Altona, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but those reports, and so it makes them look more appealing in the eyes of those people buying their products. So the EV Star is a Buy America Act compliant, which is good. The FTA will subsidize up to 80% of the purchase price for vehicles that are Buy America Act compliant and Altona tested by eligible transit properties. Amazing. First in its class to be both Altona certified and Buy America compliant, which is great. So the EV Stars show all vehicles. So they're always talking about the EV Stars. So we want to know, is that like their only good product? Well, that right now is really their most popular product out of all their shells from the vehicles and things. Well, the EV Stars make up a lot of that, which could present a concern to you, but I really don't see that as a concern because I see the other zero emission and great vehicles, especially that school bus. I see that as a major growth ahead for them. So their deliveries have increased significantly with orders supporting a corresponding increase in production. Customers start with small orders, then increase order size, and after units platform and units perform in the real world environment, meaning that after they have more trust with the company and they see those their vehicles really working really good and things like that, well, they come back and order. So they have several customers have purchased multiple units and follow on orders. Several customers have purchased multiple units and follow on orders with potential for larger volume purchases in the near future. So U.S. strategy. So a partnership with the nation's largest bus dealer, Creative Bus Sales, 18 physical locations across the U.S., 70 plus experienced sales personnel, and national parts and service support. So you can kind of see where their locations, things like that. I think those are great areas for their market. Anyways, the EV Star addresses diverse range of markets. Remember, they're Altona tested by American compliant. You can see their products right here. So the EV Star is up to 19 passengers. The EV Star Plus up to 24 passengers. The EV Star ADA passenger and curbside lift for ADA. EV Star Cab and Chassis. For body builders and upfitters, EV Star Cargo, 5,000 pounds of load. EV Star Cargo Plus, 570 cubic feet of cargo space. So you can see that right there. So the Green Power EV Star customers, well, these are all the customers, but I'm just going to sum it up for you. They're all in California, which is a great market for things like this, as their population is huge. I think that is a great market for them, and they're already getting customers in that area, which is great, and they're expanding. So the U.S. school bus market, I said I would talk about this. I have a great perspective on this, and I do think it's very important that we change to electric. I'm seeing people doing this already. I'm seeing more electric school buses out there. Not a lot, but a good bit more, which is good. We're seeing the change. Now, a lot of people go with Bluebird, at least where I'm at. They go with Bluebird a lot. Took us on BLBD. I did a review on that company versus Green Powers. Still love Green Power Motors better. Anyways, so a lot of people go with them right now. I think that will change. 480,000 school buses in the service across the United States. 26 million students transported daily. 6 billion miles driven annually. 123 million consumed gallons of fossil fuels. 15x more likely to be exposed to cancer-causing toxins from, the fuel and things like that. What this means, the reason why they're showing you this is because imagine that all eliminated. If they can change everything to zero emission, all electric, well, then this is a huge market. And remember, I said per year, usually transit buses and things like that, they just use so much more miles driven, meaning more fuel in the air and toxins. So this is a pretty big market. It's almost as big as the market for like consumers and cars like that. It's just that cars, there's more of them, but there's still a lot in this battery electric market for school buses and just transit other than cars. So this is their beast, the battery electric automotive school transportation, the beast. So anyways, this is the beast by Green Power, the school bus, your hero to zero tailpipe emissions, zero noise pollution. The Beast gives you more range, so you got a lot of miles and things like that. More seating capacity, great. More standard features, great. More safety, which is really good. Is the school buses? That's what they're gonna want. Safety, green power production and capacity. So basically, they have that. They can really do everything they need to do to get their production and capacity to increase with their sales. So it's really good. It's a flexible factory. It's really good. Okay. So anyways, we can kind of see their financial results. They're maintaining a 30% gross profit. Some years more, but from 2019 to 2020, 30%. It's pretty good. Gross profit, amazing. I really do like that. It's great. So I can expect this company to grow, say on average year over year, 30% plus. Now, in the near term, it could be even more than that, but we're not looking really at the near term, because I do believe that EV is the future, but the future is a long time from now. I think 5 years plus, that is when it's really these stocks are going to go massively. I think 1 to 2 years, they're going to do amazing, and then eventually it's going to die down like solar panel stocks. How they were doing really good at the beginning and then they died down. I think that's going to happen. I don't really know for sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But I really do invest in these EV companies for the long term. Also, I just wanted to tell you again, this company is undervalued, not by a lot. At least it is undervalued because a lot of other EV companies are not undervalued. And I think this company has huge growth potential ahead of them. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. I do a good bit of videos on Green Power Motors. I've been trying to find a good price to enter into. And now that I'm seeing it undervalued, and now that I'm seeing it like really at a really intriguing and good price, it makes me really bullish on this company. Now it is headquartered in Canada, not in the USA, which could present a concern, but I really don't think it's that much of a concern, for me at least, because a lot of car companies are not headquartered in the United States of America. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and make sure to subscribe for more.